And good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to another stream from Tyler and I, the Railroad Guy. Today we're going to be playing some more Railroader on the CBR&S, the Carolina Blue Ridge and Southern. And right now, I am currently not being joined by anyone. Someone may join in the future of this stream / video. Right now, I'm not too sure, but let's go ahead and get over to the live here. And there we go. Let's get this fixed real quick. There we go. Get some sounds going. There we go. And we are back here on the CBR&S. We are currently on route to picking up empties. See where the back of our train's at. This is going to be an interesting one for sure. I usually don't play in third person. I usually have people playing with me, but today, since it's just me right now, we'll be playing in some third person here. Hope everyone's having a great day. Hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving, and hope everyone's looking forward to Christmas. Chat's coming in. We are currently getting all of the interchange stuff to take it back, and then we'll start a new day. We usually start a new day or over at Alarka Junction when we start a stream, but we had played since we'd last streamed. Why do we have a car back there? That's okay. Now Railroader's playing games with me. I guess we're gonna go grab this one. And for anyone who is watching, the Discord is in the description below if you'd like to join. Hang out, talk, or if you want to play Railroader, there is in the Discord also the mod pack for this save for the CBR&S. Or you're just more than welcome to hop in, chat, say what's up. Keep it PG though, because we are on YouTube. What's my luck that's gonna happen again is I'm gonna get pretty good ways up here, and those two are gonna. If so, I'm already out of the already out of it pretty much. So we'll have to get those on tomorrow's go around. Since the last time we played, we do have a new locomotive to the roster. That I think Rick helped me name that one, or number that one. It is in the CBR&S paint. It's also a SW1, and it's going to be the Bryson switcher. Used to put all the stuff up in Bryson, so we don't have to take all this power and switch everything. Whoops. I know this switch up here is gonna be blocked, but oh, we only gotta move back a couple cars. Oh man. just figure these out by the time we get back. As a good friend of mine would say, 8 in sand, here we go. Here we are coming into Ella. See if we got anything to grab here. I got two things to grab. And off we go to Whittier.
CBR&S detector, milepost 59.4. CBR&S detector, milepost 59.4. No defects. Repeat, no defects. Total cars 42. Detector out.
To whoever subscribed, thank you very much. It's greatly appreciated. Let's see here. Let's see here. Let's get this thing set. Go. There we go. Now the passenger train back underway. For everyone jumping in, we are running on the CBR&S, the Carolina Blue Ridge and Southern, and we are completing daily task for the CBR&S, and we're just going along with time here. Now time to go back to switching. Hey, Davey, how you doing, buddy? Welcome to the stream, brother. Hope you're doing well, buddy. That's good. Glad you're doing good. We got the passenger train underway. And getting this switching done here. Pretty big coming back in the interchange this time. So far we're about 42 cars. I think this is about to make 43, which 4 of them are the locomotives, but be a little more than that. Whoops. Good for 5,000 cars. Send it to Asheville. Just talking about you earlier, I was like, as one of my good friends say, 8 and sand, here we go. to get up. Yeah. Red Marble is definitely difficult. That's why I have a diesel on the passenger train. Because if not, that locomotive is not making it up Red Marble. Because, yeah, it's just too steep of a grade. As y'all know, I usually play first person, but I'm by myself today, so we're gonna play some third person. Goodbye. Back when GSMR ran freight, they only took 3 cars over at a time, full throttle with 1 engine. That's all they could do. Yeah, that sounds about right. Little fella's rolling, ain't he? He's just trucking along back this way. There we go. Not trying to break nothing. He gave it 8 in sand. Oh yeah, he did give it 8 in sand, didn't he? 3 cars, full throttle. I wonder what power they used for that. I wonder if they still had the GP7s or GP9s then. Like 711 and stuff. You said early days of GSMR. You talking like older, about like back before like they converted 1702. Oh crap, I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, it was the GP7 and 9s. Okay. There we go. So 11, 777, 1751, 1755. Sorry, I thought you needed me. Just listening for a bang now. At this point. Alright. There it is. Oh. It didn't make loud noise. Eight and sand, here we go. They still had 1751 and 1755, although they don't see regular service much anymore. 711 777 became Mr. Beast Star for video. I remember that. And then I remember the horns also got stolen off of 7-Eleven while they were waiting to be the stars of the video. I do much very well remember that happening. Cause they used to, didn't they leave them up at in Bryson for a little bit before they ended up going out with for his video? So I can't remember. Cause I think that's where they got stolen at, right there in Bryson. Which we do have some of those in game now. We do have GP9s that just came out by I think it was Salty Canadian. I can't remember who came out with them, but WNCR streamed it, and I ended up downloading them, and they're pretty nice. And they also have GSMR paint for some of them. I don't know if Sam did this himself, or if I think Sam did this himself, because whenever I went through the paint schemes of the models, I did not see them. So. Oh goodness. I believe they were in Dillsboro for a little while before the video. There's a video of a guy climbing around on them at night in Dillsboro. Oh yeah, it might have been Dillsboro. Oh, I'm stuck to my engine. Okay. Yeah, autocorrect sucks. It aggravates me quite frequently, actually. Alright. Now that we got all that, it's getting to be dark, so we gotta get some platform lights going. To go back through and do that on the other units as well. Here we go. For some reason the ground lights ain't working on the 40. Oh well. Be a great time for my ground lights to work. Make sure I'm moving. It's getting pretty dark. You'll need to submit a ticket for maintenance. We'll get to it in about 3 to 5 business years. That's how class ones be, yeah, for real. It really is how class ones are. Let's go commit the thing. Hey, there's a switch. Oh my goodness. Let's see if we can get forward here a little bit more. Come on. Yes. Now we shall back up. Ambience night. Just got some crickets. Now we're about to have EOT sounds. Which I really should have stayed up in the cab to turn that off. Just run up through here and get a majority of these done real quick. There we go. So the steam train made it down to Silva. Line the switch against it so it wouldn't go off the map. I did not say open. Close. Thank you. Should be good. Then we got EOT noises. I'm still in the clear. Oh, there's a boxcar there. Oh, he decided to change directions. You weird individual. Hmm. Be cutting it close, cutting it here, but I'll try it. Nope, we can't do that. That's not in the interchange. Come back here. I hope everyone's doing well. Who has tuned in today? We are here at East Whittier Interchange, putting our interchange stuff into the interchange. We're gonna go check on the passenger train here, down in Silva. I guess we're gonna run around our passenger train and get it heading back towards the Red Marble. And then get it on down to Andrews. There we go. Oh look, there's me. Looks like my fingers are broken. $17.02 on the dollars from the interchange. Was it? Oh yeah, it was. I did not realize that. That's great. 17.02 for 21 cars. What a coinky dink.
Hello?
What's up, Davey? How you doing, buddy?
Oh, nothing much. I'm doing good.
That's good.
Let's see. I got the stream going on my laptop and on my phone here, so we'll see.
Yeah, that's it. I was telling myself earlier, I was like, yeah, it's been a while since I've done a stream. Ended up popping in the Discord telling everybody, I was like, hey, we're gonna run a little stream today if anybody wants to join up or join in or hang out or whatever. And I ended up saying at like the beginning of the stream, I was like, oh, I'll be by myself here for a little while, but someone might pop in and say what's up, or you know how it normally goes.
Yeah. Oh, I'm trying to get my sound sorted so we're not getting reverb. Let's see. I think I've got it.
I think we're good for at least another 2 trips with this locomotive before having to really worry about fueling it up.
Oh yeah, that's good. Oh well, what all have you done today? Did you leave Alarka and
So
going up to?
we left Alarka maybe about 3 days ago, and I didn't stream any of it, which I thought I should have.
Yeah.
But the guys that I was running with that day didn't. They ended up leaving out pretty quick, so it would have been me on myself. We ran from Alarka, worked Bryson with the new SW1 that we have there in Bryson and the CBR&S paint, and then we went from Bryson after we worked it all the way up to Governor Island grain elevator, and stopped there, and that's where I started today's stream.
Cool. And looks like you came to Whittier and dropped some of the interchange.
Yeah, this is all the interchange stuff that we had on the line, so I'm more likely going to switch some stuff up and probably go ahead and run around the passenger train, get it coming back this way, and then once it passes us here, we'll probably switch it over to another day. And then
We'll see the passenger train go up Red Marble.
if the passenger train was any longer, I think I'd have to, add some more to it. We could honestly make a double header instead of running the diesel behind it, which, like I said, I don't know, because Red Marble is definitely something when it comes to...
Yeah.
Let's say if we ran like that train we just had coming into Whittier and coming to East Whittier after we worked Whittier, we was about, what, I can't remember, 45 cars, but 4 of those was the locomotives.
The 41, so... Yeah.
Do you think these 4 units would have pulled it up Red Marble if we'd had enough speed at the bottom of the hill, or do you think we would have stalled out somewhere?
Probably would have stalled, but I don't know. You definitely would have needed pushers, probably, but I mean, just given the fact that that Red Marble in the real world has brought trains to their very short trains at full throttle to a stop. I mean, I would not put anything past that grade. Like, I read this was from Jim Wren during the early days of Great Smoky, like in 1989 or 1990. The only way they had to turn 1702 was a Y up in Murphy, and so each year, depending on which way they wanted the engine to face, they do a weekend long excursion, and they'd run from Dillsboro to Murphy, turn the locomotive, and then come back and while doing a photo special. And he said one of the years they took it to Murphy, they had the 1702 2 passenger cars and a caboose and I think 7-Eleven. And they on the rear, they said that he was up on the tender. They were going tender first towards Murphy. He said they had 1702 at full throttle and 7-Eleven in Notch 8, and he said they were down like below 1 mile an hour going up the hill. It's like, sheesh.
Well,
I know 1702. Oh, go ahead.
Let's just say 1401 and the 40 is about to get some work.
Yeah.
Because we have stuff here in Silva that need to go back. Oh. So I guess...
It'll be over. You'll be overturning it probably, won't you?
Yeah, the yard's
You'll need
just
push.
about full. Well, we got 9,000 down here.
What's 9,000? Is it a
It should be coming up on the stream here in just a second.
okay?
I would pop the stream up into the Discord, but it might slow my actual stream down.
Yeah. No, I'm watching it. Is that a Jeep 9?
I believe so. Let's see. Yep, it's Jeep 9.
Okay. You got probably 7. I think those have about 1,750 horses. So, you could just go ahead and throw it on there. I mean, you're probably, if you're hauling freight back with it, there's a good chance you're going to need it.
Let's see, we
Let's say,
didn't use that
Go
much
ahead.
coal on the trip down here, so that's a good thing.
well, don't you do have to go up the grade at Cowway, don't you?
Yeah. We'll see how it does with the 1401 and the 6907, and if needed, we'll throw some more. We'll run 9,000 back up behind it and shove it all the way up to Whittier, East Whittier.
Is the 1631 still in Bryson? Or is it there for
Oh yeah, it's still in
was it
it's in Bryson. The only reason we're not using the 1631 is because Rick, who had joined before, which was in the last couple all my last streams, he wasn't able to see it because his there was something wrong with his mod packs or something with the Beeman's installer, so I ended up setting it off in Bryson. So if we did that, it would be a sandwich steam locomotive if I ran it from Bryson to pick it up in the grade at Cowie.
well, I was gonna say just for red marble, if you can make it up Cowie, get to Bryson, could grab the 1631. But have you got any power in Andrews or?
Yes, I do have power in Andrews.
Okay.
We have
If we need
a
help getting up red marble, we can run something out of Andrews maybe.
high hood
Or what?
38 at Andrews.
Cool.
Which that new save that we were talking about last time, the Little River in Murphy Valley, it's getting pretty good underway. I do want to make sure on our first day of that we have a good couple of people popping in
Cool.
and saying what's up. So if you'd be down for something like that, just let me know a time that you could be in or whatever. And because you don't have to be in game, you could just join in and we talk about the railroad or whatever and its history, which I'm still writing some of that stuff out.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'd definitely be up for that. Yeah.
Which I still need a little help coming up with a background story of the railroad, which we can talk about that after stream because I don't want to give completely everything away.
Yeah. Are you backing? Sit on the stream. Are you backing down to get the 9,000?
No, we are Ying the
Oh, you're buying. Okay.
Ying the baggage car and the locomotives to run back. So we're gonna get out of the way of any switching operations that we have to do down here in Silva. So.
Yeah. So it's always kind of crazy to look at this game and knowing what is actually on the real Murphy branch today and like seeing all these tracks and all this. It's crazy,
And I was watching some of the WNCR stuff and from past live streams. I think there's a guy working on making it more of what the Murphy branch used to be, because this is not exactly how everything used to be. So I think he's trying to make a more accurate version so you could do track mods and stuff like that and more you know, mods to the map to make it more like the Murphy branch.
Nice. Yeah. That'd be really cool. I'd love to see them. I'd love to see them go do the whole branch. You know, Murphy Junction all the way to Murphy. That would be really cool. I don't know what all that would probably entail a whole nother game, I'd imagine. But
Well, I mean, the game's still in technical beta. It's not fully out still, so.
yeah, that's true. Maybe even just from Andrews to Murphy. That'd be an interesting one. I mean, honestly, there's honestly so much they can do with it if they want to. I think I saw somewhere that they're planning to put in some kind of thing that will be able to update. They'll be able to mod up to the lineup to Cherokee, the Appalachia Railroad, or whatever one it was.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotcha.
It'll be in-game edition or something like that. I think there's a call for it now, but I don't know. I haven't looked that much. But
Yeah, I am pretty excited for this save idea we got coming up because it's going to be strictly Steam. So I really love Steam and stuff, but this one was just something, you know, mess around with. And now that I've got people wanting to join and hang out and play the game, I feel like it's, you know, time that we did something like that, have a true save and run everything right. Because as you see my money, this is technically not all true gaming here. This is a couple cheats thrown in here and there.
yeah.
But now we run it like a real railroad.
Yeah.
Or semi like a real railroad.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know the game itself is meant to be set in transition era Appalachia, so you never know. Maybe we can pick up sometime in the late 40s, and we can eventually work our way up early 50s and have some diesels eventually appear on the new save if we want to, or you know,
I'd be fine with some like GP9s and stuff like that, you know, something older, or the F7s, because we do have those as well. That would kind of fit in. I think it'd be pretty cool.
Early SWs or something, some SW600s or so. I don't. Is that even? Yeah. Anyway, some SW like 900s or something. Very weird.
I guess we're gonna get up past the crossing here and leave our train sitting so we can do this yard work.
Oh yeah.
That whenever you commented, you used like $1,702 from the interchange, and I looked and I was like, oh, what are the odds? We're just talking about the Murphy branch and everything, and 1702 comes across the how much I get paid for interchange cars.
I know, crazy. People, 722 is gonna be up and running in a few months. The other Southern steamer.
Yeah.
It's gonna be on its home branch. That's so cool.
Yeah. This is another thing I want to start here on the channel is like podcast talks, and then we'll just, you know, talk about rail preservation. Oh, lost for words. Rail preservation. Get it out right, Tyler. Come on. And, you know, talk about stuff coming up in games, stuff like that, stuff to look forward to, what's going on in, I guess, the railroad community, that, which can be very hectic sometimes. But we're going to keep in all the good stuff, you know.
Oh.
But,
Yeah.
we'll do a 50-pound set on these. There we go.
Well, I'm actually excited if have you seen the articles that apparently the CEO of UP has had talks with the CEO of Norfolk Southern about potentially doing a whole like US wide tour with the big boy next year for
for the 4th. Yeah.
I had kind of hoped we'd see an American Freedom Train, but you know we're sitting here, you know what, 16 days to 2026, and there hadn't been any form of it because you know when they ran it in 75 and 76, they did like a 1.5 or 2 year tour with it. You know, so I'm pretty sure it ran for most of 1975, but and I think a little up to just after the 4th in 76. But well, I was thinking too. Imagine the possibilities if 4014 could come out here, and you know, there's potential it could meet 611. Any Steam Star you can think of that's on the East Coast, 4014 could potentially meet it. You know.
Yeah.
1309 even.
The only thing about, you know, running the big boy out here, do you, like, have you watched any videos of when they ran the Clinchfield Challenger, you know, 3985 in the Clinchfield paint?
Yeah.
Yeah, so when they did that, they ended up messing the locomotive up, like, in a couple places, like, going around curves, smacking gondolas, and the engine actually came back in worse condition than it left.
Yeah.
And so Big Boy is bigger. So this is like, I guess this is why they have announced it so early, so they have time to go out and look at all these places where they can send the locomotive and where it'll actually fit.
Well, I know they put notes on it on Facebook about it, but have you seen East Coast preservation pages and museums? Ed Dickens and there's another senior UP official were out here visiting over the last like month or so, and they visited Western Maryland. They were there when 611 was running its excursions in October, and like they had to put notes that this is not for any upcoming things, but it's like they're popping up all across the Norfolk Southern system. There's no way they're not out here doing something, you know.
Well, they also Ed was wearing his, you know, 4014 vest at the North Carolina Transportation Museum for one of the first Christmas events they had this year. He showed up at the museum, and him and one other person, and they were looking around and stuff and looking at East Yard. So
yeah, you can't tell me something's not going.
Yeah.
Tell me they're not out here on some kind of scouting mission, because he has talked about that, how before UP will announce a tour across their system, him and a lot of the steam crew guys are actually out. You know, they're actually out across the system where they're going to be touring at the different locations. Literally out there with tape measures, sometimes checking that the steam engine will be able to get by. You know?
Yeah.
But I think it'll be really cool. It would be awesome if they could bring 1309 and have the 4014. That would be really cool.
Yeah.
Be the biggest.
That is one place that I feel like she could run. is where 1309 runs, is in Western Maryland, because, I mean, she's articulated also. But, you gotta think about it, Big Boy is about twice her size.
Yeah. 1309, 262, 4014, you know, is a 4884. But we shall see.
It'd be very interesting, though. You are right. I agree with you on that. Now, when it does come out, I'd like to chase it a little bit. I have seen the Big Boy before with 844. Back when I went to California. You remember when I went to California when we were in school, and I was gone for like 4 weeks. I missed like 4 weeks of school because I went to California and I got stuck out there.
I don't know how you didn't. I don't know how you didn't get held back because of that.
I know. Well, I also was doing schoolwork in California because I took my computer with me, so I think that saved me up a little bit. And they knew I wasn't trying to get stuck out there. I was only supposed to be out there for, you know, a couple of days, and ended up being 4 weeks away from home, man. And you know, that was a big thing for me, because that's a month away from home, missing school and stuff. And you know, I was out there with my mother, but at the same time I missed all my friends and family back home, and being stuck in California is just, you know, not the place I'd rather be stuck at, if if I were to say.
Yeah.
If I want to get stuck somewhere, I want to get stuck somewhere with at least, you know, a train or something, not stuck in Long Beach, California, away from a lot of trains. So don't get me wrong, there's a lot of stuff out there, but
yeah,
I prefer.
it would be interesting out west would have some of the, to actually see some of those big BNSF intermodals, the 4321, that would have run 5 miles a double.
Yeah, no, they run some crazy stuff out there, man. And it was really cool to see some of the surfliners too, because, you know, that's something that I've always thought was pretty neat.
Yeah. It was cool with 2018 when one of NCDOT's engines got shipped out there for something with emission. I don't even remember what it was, but they ended up sending a couple of those surfliner engines out here, and we had that. Well, it was one of the surfliners, and I think a Cascades engine or something.
Yeah, that's right.
Now I've got some photos. I caught them on the last day. I've got photos of the Cascades F59, the one trailing on a Piedmont with one of the NCDOT F59s, the PHIs, I think. 1755 and 1797 or something. Yeah, it's pretty. That's just crazy. Well, the other thing here in North Carolina is the new Simon's factory just opened up recently, I believe.
Oh yeah, it's in Lexington. That's actually not that far from me.
Yeah. What's going to be really cool is that I believe NCDOT has new passenger cars on order with Simon's, and I believe they're actually going to be built in that facility right there in Lexington.
And that's another thing for any Danville district or Charlotte, the Charlotte district rail fan, the Piedmont district rail fans, is that anything that comes out of there has got to go through us to get to wherever it's got to go, you know? So that'll be pretty interesting to see.
Not that far up from Linwood either, so I bet whatever it is, PO2 or something.
Yeah, PO2 will be the one to mostly grab a lot of that stuff. Is I got a couple buddies that work for NS, and I've heard a lot of things about PO2 being one of the locals that'll grab a lot of stuff out of there.
Yeah. I think I caught PO2 one time coming out at Lee, and it had the NS69 on it.
Oh yeah, I remember when it used to have that. It's got the 911 now.
Oh yeah.
We got a video coming out soon of that. I haven't made it yet. If you've couldn't tell. I was on a video posting spree the other night, and between 2 days I posted 3 videos, and I got one in the works right now with that. Went out for my buddy's birthday, Lawson went out for his birthday, and that morning, by surprise, we caught 8114 on 28N with a shave and a haircut. And then later that day, I knew 911 was on 02, so we ended up seeing it twice because it passed Thomasville, and then it came back after it got done working all the little industries down there towards Hoskins and everything. So that was really neat to see. So 2 heritage units in one day, plus the I can't remember if we seen the what's it call it 1873 is the number of that new NCDOT unit 30th anniversary.
Yeah.
I can't remember if we seen it or not, but I at least know we seen 8114 leading that 28 and then PO2 having 911 leading Long Hood forward into Thomasville, and then coming back, it you know, it was by itself, other than the couple cars that it had when it came in and left. So it was pretty neat though, still to see it again, since last time I seen it was in 2023 for the Fire Truck Festival. So
the 30th anniversary engine is 1893.
1893. So I was way off. Got the numbers mixed up.
City of Burlington. So
I wonder if they're gonna do any more. Yeah, I remember back when NCDOT had that 38 painted for their train, and I wish the NCTM would have got one of those, because there was 2.
yeah, one got destroyed in a wreck, and the other one got sold to VRE.
Yeah.
I know VRE, I believe, has since retired it, and I think it's owned by LTEX now. I'm gonna say, but I could be mistaken. What I'm hoping with the current NCDOT engines, I'm hoping that they'll get either 1755 or 1797, or potentially both. You know, just because those are the 2 oldest engines in the fleet, and I want to say they're coming up on 30 years old, so they're going to be retired sooner than later, I would imagine. But
I just hope they don't buy some Chargers or something and throw them on the Piedmont.
I think they're.
Say what?
I think NCDOT has some Chargers already on order.
China Grove Rail fan. I think there's a golf cart on the track.
Okay. Golf cart on the track.
Let's hit it.
The game wouldn't even have golf carts in it, would it?
Nah. It's alright though. I think I know who it is. I just don't want to say their name just in case they don't want it publicly said.
Okay.
I think I may have just screwed myself over here with that flying kick. I did release the brake on this car though, so hopefully it'll go rolling.
What you got? 2.5 to get them by the. You trying to get them by the engine?
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're still rolling. We're good.
That one though is gonna kind of slow it. Oh yeah, you're good.
Yeah, we rolling.
Oh, no. Why did we have to say that?
It just starts slowing down even more. Like, uh-oh. My name is Dingle Hopper. There we go. We're in the clear now. There we go. Alright, let's see what else we gotta grab while we're down here. I know we have all those cuts that gotta go back up to Conley. All 3 of these over here at the tannery are good. I know we got a couple over there. Let's see, we've got all the coal cars over here as well. Both of these are still good. Got nothing right there. Got that guy, not that guy. That guy, that guy, that guy. I guess we'll go up here and go ahead and grab these pulpwood cars, which this is what's gonna really give the train here. Yeah. So I've come up with a new shaving and haircut. Well, I didn't, but the engineer on PO5, he's a really good friend of ours now, and you know, we were messing around with him, getting him to give us shaving and haircuts and stuff, and I ended up starting it with the car. I was like beep 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 beep, and he went beep beep beep. So it made like a unique shaving and haircut. So here it is in game. I don't know, it's just, I thought it was funny, you know, at the time of that everything happened in the moment. It was just funny.
Yeah.
Grab that back cut first.
Oh, have you been out rail fanning any recently? Or, well, I guess yes, but
Yeah, I've been out a couple times.
cool. Have you been out? ACWR?
No, I do plan on going soon though, because I know they're running the Christmas train right now. It was my plan to do that Friday or Saturday night, but I had some stuff going on and wasn't able to get around to it. But I do definitely want to get this last. I think I only have one more video to do that I've not posted yet, and that is that video with 8114 and 911 in it. That'll be a Thomasville video coming up. But
Yeah.
other than that, I do wanna get back down to ACWR, but I also want to do something different, you know, because a lot of my content is in SPO5 or ACWR. Now, I did recently post a Hamlet video. That was pretty cool. I went down to Hamlet for my first time, and which just wasn't for the Seaboard Fest, which I should have went for that, but I think I was in Salisbury, I believe, rail fanning when that was all going on. And I was like thinking during that day, I was like, dang, we should have went down to Hamlet, caught some trains. And then the day after that, I went to Hamlet. That's what it was. So I caught 3 trains that day.
Suggestion you could do is go down to like Selma or something, or on the A line maybe.
So what I
Get some
want to do one day is, you know, I want to make a trip down to Salisbury, catch Amtrak 80, ride it to Selma, railfan Selma for the day, catch 79 back, and then, you know, make that all into one video. I feel like that would be pretty cool, railfan experience video type vlog thing. Because I haven't done like a vlog type video in a while, like, hey guys, welcome back to the video, it's me, Tyler, now the railroad guy, da 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 da, you know, so on. But, you know, I've just, here these recent couple times I've been rail fanning, I've just not thought about it, or by the time I get out there, the train's already there, and I forget about it by the end of the day. Which that's happened several times, especially on that Salisbury trip.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Yeah. That would be a cool one to do a trip down to Selma. That would be. Kind of think. I mean, there's plenty of other spots. There's plenty of spots you can go to, but yeah. And I've got plenty of I got plenty of suggestions I could give you for video ideas, but it's a matter of being able to get down there on a day that might be relatively busy, and
Because I'd like to
just
chase the Aberdeen and Rockfish one time.
they're pretty hit or miss on when they're running, aren't they?
Yeah, it's like they run 1 or 2 days a week, if that.
Yeah. I think the only other railroad that might run more spontaneously is the Caldwell County.
Which, that is one that I've been wanting to get down to. you know, Blue Ridge Rails. I'm not gonna put his actual name out there, but his YouTube channel name. You know, he goes out and watches it a lot as well, and I think some of those videos are pretty unique. And I actually know engineer and conductor on the Caldwell County Railroad, and pretty good friends of mine, and they've actually invited me out to come see them whenever I'm in town and stuff. But I've not made it back up to Morganton here in a minute, but when I do,
Yeah.
I plan on at least trying to catch maybe 71 or something.
Yeah. The another suggestion, if you can find your way back, west here, you try the Alexander County. That's pretty much I mean, the road pretty much parallels it, Batesville to Taylorsville, and it's pretty much a guaranteed run. They run 5 days a week. You know,
Okay.
you can get a good chase video out of that if something you want to do.
I also want to get up to the Atlantic and Western.
Yeah, they're like right in your backyard, aren't they?
Just about. ACWR's, well, the closest thing to me is the M line for NS, which is,
Yeah.
you know, High Point Asheboro. And then the next thing would be ACWR, then CSX, then, well, actually, let me take that back. I'm gonna tell you, yeah, I'm gonna redo this properly on what's closest to me, and then, so the closest to me is gonna be first, and then farther away is gonna be last. So we're going from closest to farthest in order. So closest is NS.
Yeah.
That's the M line. And then the High Point, Thomasville, and Denton Railroad, HPT&D, that right there in High Point starts. And then ACWR, then CSX, then Aberdeen and Rockfish, then it goes out to A&W.
Yeah.
And apparently, I think Apex, there's a small little tourist railroad.
Yeah, the New Hope Valley. Yeah. You can put in triangle train and Google, bring up information, and then
Wait, that's not the New Hope Valley that has a steam locomotive, is it?
no, it is.
The 40?
They got like, yeah, I believe it's a little 040 or something.
Or are you thinking about Denton Farm Park, which is only 20 minutes from me?
No, I'm like in Apex. Yeah, that's the New Hope Valley.
Really?
I've ridden. Yeah, Triangles Train or New Hope Valley Railroad. About 4 miles long. They've got let's see if they've got a roster by any chance. They've got like a little 040. There's an equipment now. Steam engine 17. Is that maybe what you're thinking of?
Gotcha. I'll be right back, Davey.
Okay.
I'm back there, Davey.
Cool. Yeah. All right.
Lala, you smell good. Ooh, where'd you get a purple coat from? Where'd you get a purple coat from?
So you said with that other save, we'll have to flesh out the history of it and all that.
Yeah, we'll chat a little bit more about it. I can tell you a couple things. Just like I said earlier, I don't want to give too much away on it, but
Yeah.
I definitely see. I called it the Little River and Murphy Valley Railroad. So that's the LR and MV. Yeah, that's right. And so as you can tell, I'm trying to give away a little on the Murphy Valley. Kind of. It's the Murphy branch, so why not just go ahead and call it the Murphy Valley? Because a lot of these places are kind of like valley-like. And, I was coming up with trying to come up with a name. Even had Chat GPT help me come up with that name.
Nice. Yeah.
I'd asked, I was like, hey, what sounds good with Little River and, Black River and Murphy Valley, and, kind of made it all together. And it came up with that one, which I really liked, the Black River, because when I worked for the railroad for Crane Masters, I worked in the track department, and we worked in Newport News, Virginia, in the CSX coal yard right there at the port. And we were replacing, that day we replaced up 250 foot of rail in 15 hours, but you gotta think about it, it's like 6-man crew or whatever, and pulling ties and this and that and the other, and the third and the fourth and the fifth and the sixth, so on. And I ended up running into their Black River GP9s that they are still in service.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, ooh, I like that. And, it kind of brought up the Black River to me. Like, that sounds cool in a railroader name for a save. And then I ended up coming up with Little River also because in the game, I don't know if it's a lake, a stream, or whatever. But they're, in real life on the Murphy branch, they have the, what is it, the, what do they call it?
Tuckasegee?
Not the Tuckasegee, the Fontana.
Fontana Lake.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or Fontana Valley or whatever it is.
But, I try to incorporate stuff like that with it. Just so it's like more, I guess, kind of on the realistic side, since that's what we're going for with that save. It's going to be all company mode. I've got everything placed down as far as I know that we need for the Little River in Murphy Valley. It is, like I said earlier, it's going to be all strictly steam, so
yeah, that'll be fun.
But after this stream, I'll show it to you what we got so far. And then, if you've got time,
Yeah.
we're finishing up here. And then once we get everything back on our train and heading back towards East Whittier, I guess we'll get this train to East Whittier and then might cut ties there. It's getting kind of slow again.
Wow. I saw one of those video of that, and it was from Fresh Prince of Bel Air, and it had Will Smith's character. I don't know what the context of the scene is, but he goes, he says, tie down, and the meme basically, I saw for it said, engineer, we're getting close on time. What do you want to do? The conductor says, tie down. It's like, yeah. But yeah. Oh, we'll have to see if this train makes it up highway or not. May end up needing the 9,000 as a pusher.
There we go. What switch did I just switch? I did not mean to switch it. That one.
I can't tell. I wasn't really paying attention.
So, I wonder if this cut's gonna fit or not. We'll just have to see. If not, we only got 3 more cars to grab. We'll
just give them clear 30 and send it.
Clear 30! Wham! Oh, sorry, I meant 3.
I saw another one that said, when the conductor confuses the engineer, and it said, go ahead. Then it comes through again, go ahead and back up. And the engineer's already pulled ahead. Like,
Just watch for the pin to fall, Mr. Conductor. Just watch for the pin to fall. You don't have to stretch it every time. I've got all too much experience with that.
The was funny when NS switched operations. When
I just killed all the
Linwood.
passengers.
Oh goodness, yeah, I see you approaching. That wasn't that hard a hit. The pin for sure went down.
I think the pin
All right,
definitely dropped that time.
All right, head in on 9,000. Go ahead and stretch them. Conductor, head in. But back in 2020, when NS switched operations from Linwood to the old yard in Salisbury, and they would a lot of times they had a nighttime yard job that would work.
Mm-hmm.
And usually they'd have like 200-300 cars they'd end up having to switch in a 12-hour shift. And they a lot of times would kick them on the south end. And there were like 3 or 4 news articles over the months complaining that there was so many loud booms during the night. And yeah, the train crews may or may not have been purposefully kicking the cars and making more loud booms than they really should have.
I have a friend that lives right beside Linwood, and she says on a clear night and peaceful night, they'll hear them kicking cars in Linwood. Which I think is pretty cool, though, because, we're train nerds. Of course we're going to think that's cool. Yeah. But for someone of a state of, let's say, just a normal person, they hear that in the middle of the night, and they're like, what in the name of tarnation are they doing over there? Let me call the 911 and make sure nobody's killing someone. That's just a typical go around of things there. I can definitely see that.
Yeah. Oh, what you doing here? You bringing the 9,000? You doing with the 9,000 there?
Oh, we gotta grab these 3 coal cars. They're due for interchange also. I'm trying to get down past the switch enough to where I can grab them and shove them on our train here.
Cool. Oh goodness! I hope there's no stations going up
Oh, there
up the
is.
great cow. Oh,
Wait, Cowie,
we're
hold
gonna have
on. Let me see. We got Silva, Dillsboro. Nothing at Cowie. Nothing at Baker's. Next one is Wimlet. So,
we should be over the grade then, hopefully,
I think there's a small grade there. But,
but not the bad one at Cowway. Then.
yeah, not streaming.
Yeah.
I can put you back in waypoint mode. I need these cars, please.
And it sure ain't red marble, that's for sure.
Hey, if it's not red marble, I think we'll be okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Red marble's where the big worry is when it comes to... I could just imagine, though, pulling this size train up red marble with just the 2 engines that we have.
You'll be stalled before you make it 100 feet up the line, even with a running start. You might make it a little bit further, but
That's what we can hope for.
yeah. One I would be interested to see is to have what the red marble would do to 611.
Well, you know the 611 fought Saluda.
Yeah. And actually stalled at the crest. So, I mean...
Didn't they
Red
run
marble.
1218 and 611 on the same train up Saluda? Also with 4501 too?
That was a different one. That was out of Chattanooga.
I know I think they did run one with 1218 and 611 up Saluda.
Maybe they did up the S line. I don't know. I think there's some curves that are too sharp for 1218 on the Saluda line. I could be mistaken though.
I could be wrong myself too, so like I said, I don't...
I know they did the triple header, and they did a triple header out of Chattanooga, I think in 91 or 92. They did a 4501, 611, 1218 for the 25th anniversary of the STEAM program.
She was still wearing green back then too, 4501 was.
Yeah. That's kind of... I hope one day they might paint her green just to...
Well, you know, now she's the only one running at the TVRM. Earlier this month or the end of last month, 630 went for what, her 1432 or?
Yeah, she did. I'm kind of surprised she lasted. She was going to go out, I think, at the end of next year on the, I think it's 15 years or what is it, 1,400 some operating days.
Yeah.
Whichever comes first. And she was going to go out at the end of next year because it would have been 15 years. But yeah, she was I guess she was out of operating days this year. They were just closed. So
Yeah.
I did hear, I actually went up and chased the last doubleheader to Somerville at the beginning of November. And apparently word through the grapevine is that there may not be another doubleheader for at least like the next 10 years.
Oh man.
Yeah, because the way it is right now with 630 now, 4501s they're only operating steam locomotive, so it's going to be running. It's basically going to be running duty, if you want to call it that, and because it's going to do and missionary ridge locomotive. And by the time 630 comes back up in 2 or 3 years, 4501 is going to be going out, and so and then by the time then 630 will be pulling double duty while 4501's down, and by the time 4501 comes back, 630 will probably be a good chunk of the way through its next inspection and running eligibility. So it's like, ooh, I don't know that it'll be fully 10 years. It might be 5 or 6, but I don't know. Regardless, oh, go ahead.
I want to talk about the 542 at the NCTM because there's a bunch of talking going around about it being 604, not originally 542.
Well, I know what the difference is. I could talk a little bit about it.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, there are 2 separate engines. The 604 it's up at Cass now. In West Virginia. It's from West Virginia, and I forget, Buffalo BG and C or something like that, or BC and G number 4, and NCTM bought it sometime after the museum was formed, and they restored it to operation and numbered it the 604, and it operated, I think, until the late 90s, and Graham County 1925 was restored, and what was the 604 was on museum property until about 2015, and then it got shipped up to Cass, and they're currently restoring it for operation on the line between Durban and Cass. But all that to summarize it, 542 and 604 are 2 different engines. So, yeah.
Gotcha. I wonder if the museum will ever see like a locomotive of their own staying in steam operation. Now I know they're trying to get 1925 back up, but
yeah. I have some information on that, but I don't say it publicly, just for, I can't say it publicly. Easiest way.
Understand.
But I can tell you after stream. But, what I can say is that they are working on it, but it would be nice to see it up and running. To see one of their own steam engines up and running, or to have the 611 back down or something like that. But yeah, it'd be nice to see the 542 running, for that matter. I don't think it ever will. But, I mean, let's just be honest. There's more operating Southern steam locomotives than there are surviving Southern Railway wooden cabooses. So, I mean, that tells you neatness factor. I don't know where I'm really going with that, but
all right, we got 1401 and the 6907 on the passenger train here, and we're currently 34 cars, 1,545 tons, 1,768 feet. Let's see if we can even get up this little grade here to the Silva Depot.
Yeah, we got the 9,000 if we need it. He seems to be doing good so far.
Which we do need to get another steamy friend for relief of 1401 because, yeah, she's going through the ringer a little bit.
Yeah, she's gonna need repair soon, isn't she?
Yeah, repair estimate time now is already 8 hours and 39 minutes.
Does do you have to be in game for that to count, or how does that work?
So, as you see up here in the top right is game time, and it actually runs off real time, but not like legitimately like it is now. It's 4:44 in the afternoon on December 15th, 2025. It's not that exact time, but it runs off of minute by minute, second by second time. Now, when it goes in for repair, when I'm not in game, time's not running. But when I'm in game, time's running. But I can also sleep through time or skip time. So if I really wanted to have the locomotive, I could skip 8 hours and a 30-minute time to get it to where it needs to be. But that's why I want to have a relief of another steam locomotive, so we can just leave it in the shop for the 8 hours of playing time, so we have something else to play around with.
Oh yeah. What other steam locomotive might you want to get?
Well, I was trying to wait for the mic to come out because I want to make a variation of 4501, but I know all the modders and stuff and people over at the WNCRR, they take their time in doing great things. So, I mean, if needed, I'll use an LLW, which is Luna's Mikado, and make it a variation of 4501 until that 4501 comes out, which is not exactly 4501 coming out, but it's the mic.
Yeah. Well, I've got to step away for just a minute. So
Alrighty.
I'll be back. Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Yeah. Yeah, getting a Mikado would be pretty cool. And, it would be what I would like to see is I'll get the thought out here in a second. I'd like to see eventually would be what's a 28, like it's a Mikado or a 280, and it actually has a second set of drive wheels up under the tender.
Huh.
And like they used them here in Western North Carolina. It was like an experimental set of steam locomotives. It did not. I don't think it went all that well. What I can say, but they literally had another set of drive wheels up under the tender. So you know, it's like a two. I guess it'd be like a 282-82 or something like that.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'll see if I can find some. I can show you pictures after stream. I just happened to scroll on the internet one night looking at stuff for. I think I was looking at 4501 or something, Saluda, and I was like, that's pretty neat. Yeah. Ooh. Do they have like 482 mountain types in the game yet, or anybody know?
Don't think there's exactly a mountain, but I know there's a Santa Fe.
CBR&S
Cool.
Detector milepost 47.1.
Good kind of
No defects.
get
Repeat, no defects.
like
Total cars 3,
like
4.
they get a
Detector
fictional
out.
one that you run that actually belongs to the CBR&S.
Great, we got cars here for East Whittier too.
Oh, yeah. How many?
As far as I can see, we just have 2.
2? Okay.
Never
That
mind,
won't put us
3,
out of tonnage.
4,
Oh no.
5.
Do you think that's enough to stall us going up Cowie? Alright.
My thing is, it's in an industry facing against us.
That sounds like a problem for a different local land.
Yep. Well, the local's actually sitting up here in Dillsboro Yard. It's just the person that runs this side of the line has not joined me recently, so I sent his power to Dillsboro Yard. Thinking someone else would do it, but I haven't really been on the game that much, so.
Yeah.
Hey, look, I'm actually here now.
Yeah. Well, this will be where having a new save and actually kind of getting to start one from scratch. We can have some fun with how we do operations and all that.
Yeah.
Running. Cause you start in just East Whittier and you go up to what about Ella or something, and
Yeah.
a little bit east of Whittier down to wherever. I forget what next spot east is. Or Whittier and East Whittier.
Whenever we're running trains and we have this one going on its own, I feel like the station stops don't take this long, but now that I'm just sitting here in the engine waiting on the station stop to get done, it actually takes, oh, there it goes. Takes a little bit longer than I thought.
Yeah.
But see, when we're running trains and switching and stuff, we're always keeping an eye on it, making sure we ain't gonna hit it head on or get rammed by it.
Nearly happened last year.
Yeah, that was interesting.
You're an engineer. Kind of wish we could have seen that. Yeah,
If I wouldn't have heard it, we would have got hit head on.
Yeah. But I mean, like, seeing the engine, the train coming. I didn't want to see a collision, but just to see the train coming and like that poop moment.
Yep, there's the switcher job right there.
Oh, to the left or the right? Oh, yeah, to the left. See, I need to turn my brightness up.
Yeah, the game is pretty dark right now. What's up, Mr. Chillin' Will? Welcome to the stream there, buddy.
Hello. Hello. What is that? Is that one of the original engines? That's a pickup pod.
Oh no, that was spawned in by the person that usually runs the local. Well, don't usually run the local, but wanted to run the local. Alright, now we shall be heading upgrade to Cowie. Oh yeah, you're going up to Cowie grade now, looks like.
Yeah. Get to be in that sweet spot. I've watched videos on YouTube of running along this stretch. It's kind of crazy how you can just open the throttle up and go like 50 mile an hour, going up and down the grade, and just paralleling the river.
Yeah.
But I guess we kind of knowing how the actual Murphy brand looks, how grown up it is today compared to what it probably would have looked like back in the 40s and 50s, and the interpretation of the game here is just like, oh yeah, that would be absolutely covered in trees today.
Oh yeah.
Oh, here's the Cowway Tunnel. That thing that happened when they were building it. That group of prisoners that were all trained together and got thrown in the river and they all drowned. Yeah. Apparently they're buried in a shallow grave somewhere on top of the mountain above the tunnel. Yeah. There are people speak of hearing and seeing ghosts and stuff up around the tunnel. Kind of eerie.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Well, I got a ghost story now that you speak of that. So I have a friend. You know who Dalton King is, don't you?
Yeah, I've met him a couple times.
So Dalton went up to Alta Pass. He was chasing a train. And they were going down to Camp 2 on the clinch field. And you know that gravesite right there by Camp 2, right?
Yeah, down below it.
Yeah, I think he was going on down to chase towards, I think it was Sevier?
Yeah, Severe, maybe Ashford or something.
Yep.
Yeah,
He was going down that way, and he left Camp 2, and there was a lady in a white dress, and he says he hit her, and gets out and there's nothing there.
Oh.
Right there by that gravesite. Lady in a white dress.
That's kind of spooky.
Mm-hmm. Now, Dalton's never lied to me or anything, you know, and I'm not calling him a liar or anything, but, you know, that's something I've always took into consideration of, that's pretty creepy.
Yeah.
And as many times as I've been up there in the middle of the night, waiting on trains and getting shots in the drone of the loops at night and the train going through the loops at night, yeah. Haven't been up there since, but that was because of where I live now, but when I go back up there, I'm definitely stopping by there, hopefully later in the day or getting dark or whatever, and see what's going on up there.
Yeah. If you get this way, and you can try and get up north to Spruce Pine, go up to like Green Mountain Poplar.
Mm-hmm.
Because like that is the track's parallel from Huntdale through a leaf down to Green Mountain. Actually, almost down to Red Hill, I believe.
Hmm.
Like the track, road, river all run together. It is so open through there. I mean, it's crazy after the hurricane last year.
Mm-hmm.
Spots that were so grown up, and it's just empty. You know, it's like years of the vegetation were just washed away in a few hours. But yeah, it's put out there's some really good photo opportunities. But, yeah. Well, I've got another. It's not really a ghost story, but I got another funny one I can tell.
Okay.
My dad and I, we were on that stretch between Alta Pass and Sevier.
Mm-hmm.
We had just gotten down past Camp 2. It was the middle of winter, so it was getting dark, and it was a stormy night. We I was driving. We get down, and this is just down below the cemetery in one of the first curves when you start winding up the mountain,
Mm-hmm.
and we see headlights down below us, like 2, 3 pairs all together, and so we stop and wait on them, and the rain it was torrential downpour right before this, and it starts easing up, and next thing we know, 3 big old trucks, um, like not transfer trucks, but they're 3 big pickup trucks, go up one behind the other, going up the mountain, and we're like, uh, we think they may or may not have had a moonshine still somewhere around Camp 2, kind of up in the woods,
Mm-hmm.
and they were getting up, trying to trying to make sure their still hadn't washed away, trying to get their last product. But
Hmm.
it's just funny how there was 3 back-to-back trucks that looked like they could carry a bunch of moonshine out of there. That's just what we think. It might have just been some folks up in there hunting or something. I
Yeah. But if that's what they were looking for, that'd be hilarious.
Needless to say, we just kept on going down the mountain. We're like, we ain't sticking around to find out.
Yep.
So, see, that could be a fun one too. If you want to get a podcast going, that could be a fun one where we can just tell rail fanning stories for a little while. Every few episodes or something.
Yeah.
We just kind of relay. We got plenty of them. I got another one. It's not a ghost story, but back in 2018 when NS was having they had so much traffic they didn't know what to do with. They were
Mm-hmm.
rerouted, running every which direction, pretty much. And there was a 118 when they still ran the south end. They came up from like Atlanta or something.
Uh-huh.
They were coming in. They were supposed to terminate there in Linwood, but they didn't. They were going to Selma because Linwood was too full of cars,
Oh, man.
and they couldn't receive. Like I think 118 was like 2 miles long or something. But anyway, they start dialing. They dialed up Spencer Tower and said, you want us to where you want us to bring it, and Tower said Farmers Crossing, and the crew goes tells them, oh yeah, supplies are good. Or not supplies are good. Outbound needs ice and water, and they might also want air fresheners. This thing stinks.
Hmm.
One of the other one of the other trains that was switching in the old yard comes on and says, "Hey man, you gotta stop eating chili before you come on duty." And the 118 replies, "Yeah, it wasn't us. I'm pretty sure they brought it out of New Orleans."
Oh, man.
And we were set up at the bridge right before the big bridge on the south end, right before Duke, and they brought the train by. They had the front door of the locomotive open, both, and the back door, and both windows were as wide open as they could be. And the conductor, when he saw us, he went and put his he went and stuck his head out the window and gave us a big old wave. And so I'm guessing the locomotive stank that badly that he was looking for any excuse to get some fresh air. uh,
It reminds me, I was out the other night chasing 05. It was like maybe a couple nights ago, and we had a new crew on. It's my latest 05 video. I didn't get it on video, but the conductor, you know, we had it was a 5-man crew that night.
Ow.
Trainee engineer and a trainee conductor, and it's normally a 3-man crew. So that topped it off to 5. And you know, so they were all very friendly, very cool people that I met that night. But I ended up hearing the conductor come over and said, "Yeah, bring her back about 6 or 7," and then the other conductor came across and said 6, 7, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, seriously?" I was like, "There's no point of return or leaving and like trying to forget that he had said that."
Yeah.
Now, if I would have got that on video, that would have been kind of funny.
Oh yeah. I bet that trainee was some like 22-year-old or something. some little Gen Z guy. Maybe he's an 18-year-old fresh out of high school. I don't know what the rules for that actually are, because I've seen different things of like different rules that you have to be 21 to like work for the railroad, and I've seen other people were hired on it like fresh out of high school, 18 or 20, you know?
I think you have to be 18.
Yeah, I know you have to at least do that, but I swear I read somewhere that NS was NS you had to be 21 to hire on with them. I don't know.
Well, here soon, actually the 19th, I've got to go do my exam for NS.
Wait, you're trying to hire on with NS?
They extended the offer, so all I gotta do is get this DOT exam done, then find a date to go down to McDonough.
Ow. You're trying to... Goodness. Of course, you'll be away from home for
5 weeks.
5 weeks. And then it begins. You'll be probably in the general crew pool.
Well,
Or
between the 6 months of being a CT, I'll have to be on every train on the Danville District because I'm going out of Linwood.
Yeah.
So I'll have to be. I'll more than likely stick to locals and stuff first, and then it'll go to road trains and pools like that, like the Roanoke pool, and then, you know, the Selma pool, stuff like that.
Yeah, because you're gonna have to be. Goodness, you'll have to be certified on Charlotte District, Danville District, Asheville District. Oh, is it? I forget what the 8th line. I forget what that is. Is that the Selma? Is that the Selma District? Is it part of Danville?
To Selma, it's. Are you talking about the one that's right outside of Greensboro?
Yeah, the line that breaks off at
K-line.
0.
The K line?
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about the one that goes to Selma.
Oh.
The K line goes up to Winston.
Yeah.
Give me just a second. Let me look at NS Piedmont Division. I, for the life of me, cannot remember what line that is under.
C,
I guess it's
B,
Danville.
R,
Greensboro to
S,
Ventnor,
Vector,
into
milepost, 5.0.
H1.
No,
defect.
Danville goes up to Virginia.
Repeat, no defect.
No,
That's
I'm just
Cars.
trying to look.
3,
I'm not
4,
sure. Yeah, I know
detector out.
Danville. Oh, it's under the East Carolina Business Unit. At least on the timetable it is. But still, regardless, that's you're gonna have to be certified on 5 or 6 different districts. Are you not?
we'll see.
Like,
Technically, if I
okay.
run off the Danville district, I'll be mostly on Danville trains of the pools and stuff like that, and the locals from, you know, Linwood all the way up to Danville. And then
Yeah.
they'll be, see, it's weird how they run it, because I will run some trains on the Charlotte district, but it won't be nothing running to Charlotte that I know of.
Well, I was gonna say, if you're being based out of Linwood, after your training period is done, I'd imagine you're gonna be stuck in the general. You'll be stuck on like the extra board, you know,
Oh yeah, all conductors after training get stuck on the extra board.
and you'll there unless you can get a job on one of the like PO5 or something. But I mean, that's usually guys with a lot of seniority, is it not?
Yeah, that's a high seniority job. So is P10.
But like, I thought a lot of the locals um were high seniority. You know, you got to have 10, 15 years on the job before you can try and get on a job like that. Unless I know unless you pull extra board, they need an extra. You know, there's an actual extra running of that train. But um, yeah. But I was just gonna say, if you're being based out of Linwood, there's a very good chance you could be running anything between Columbia and Greenville and Selma, Roanoke, Lynchburg. You know, you could be going any which way of like a half dozen directions.
Yeah.
Unless I mean, I say this as a rail fan who just is not actually on the inside, but you know, you probably have more knowledge of it. You might have more knowledge of it on the actual what happens than I do. I'm just going off of what I've heard. But, oh, are you coming up to East Whittier there?
Oh yeah.
Cool. Or are you planning to tie up or what?
Yeah, we're gonna tie up right here.
Okay. Well, let's get the van call to come take you to the motel in Whittier, I guess. That would be cool if they had like a modern version of it, and you could actually have a crew van take you to the hotel or something. That'd
Yeah.
be really cool. It'd be a mod or something.
Well, what an interesting trip that was.
Yeah.
It made it with 34 cars, 10 of those being the engines and the passenger cars. So 24 cars being freight. But, well, everyone that has joined us tonight, I appreciate every single one of you, and I hope you enjoyed the stream. And I look forward to doing it once again. Hopefully you'll be able to join along with the next ride that we take here on the CBR&S, or maybe a new railroad stream coming soon. But that's for me and my co-hosts and friends to talk about until it happens. Davey, you have anything you want to say before we end off here tonight?
Looking forward to what we have coming in the future and maybe a new railroad. And thanks for watching.
You heard it here, folks. We'll see y'all in the next one.